Every aspiring actor has that one role they obsess over, the character they were born to play. Today, I'm pulling back the curtains and revealing mine. My first character I would like to play one day is probably an action role. I want to play like a superhero kind of ish, like that type of character. I would also like to play like a mischievous character. I would also like to play like a doctor, a lawyer, and a detective. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about like the challenges of these roles and characters, and I might not have gotten all of them before, but I have them in my notes on my phone right here. So okay, the first challenge about the role of like a superhero is obviously I have like no stunt experience. Yeah, I have no stunt experience, no like martial arts experience. I can't do a flip or a cartwheel. Like if you see me doing a cartwheel, you can have cringe from secondhand embarrassment because I can't do a cartwheel. What else? Challenges. There are also, oh yeah, but to prepare for it, I think obviously you have to do physical training and a lot of exercise to prepare for an action role. And also, I would probably like analyze the script, research the characters, and research like my motivations, my goals, and what drives me. I also research the backstory of my character, research my upbringing and all of that on like, yeah. Also for my next goal for my next role of a mischievous character, some challenges are probably going to be like I have to balance charm with annoyance. So I have to find a way to be charming and also likable while I'm causing trouble. Like Loki, he does that really, really well. Also, I had to be careful to find like a delicate balance between being charmful and playful. I just already said that before, and being like genuinely irritating or malicious, which this often involves me injecting humor and like playfulness into my actions too. To prepare for a role of a mischievous character, I do a deep script analysis of the character. I find my motivations, as I've said before, for the action role. I figure out why I'm mischievous, like what caused me to be sneaky and playful like this, and I probably figure out the physicality of my character, the way my character moves and walks and talks, and I try to connect to the playful side of the character. And then for the role of a detective, some challenges are being like realistic and not leaning into the stereotypes. Like I feel like cartoons portray detectives as like goofy, like not goofy, but like over exaggerated thingy. But in real life, I'm actually trying to be realistic. I'd have to be like really careful to not lean too far into that. And I'd also have to like have a calming demeanor, because there's a lot of tragedies that happen when you're a detective and you're like realizing all of that. You have to suppress your emotions, and I had to find a way to like do that and like not overact. I cannot overact as a detective. That would probably be like a hard thing, like not overacting as a detective. And also to prepare for it, I'd analyze the script, obviously. I had to figure out my background, my motivations, what drives me, and also the context of like the actual case or whatever that I'm investigating. Identify the circumstances, I would identify my past struggles, my personal struggles, and maybe like I would actually tag along with I would tag along with police officers or like officers on their like trips or whatever, and I'd interview retired detectives about, and like I just ask them a lot of questions and stuff so they can give me more insight on like the role of what they do and like how they do it. And I read memoirs and true crime books, and I just like would observe how authorities like carry themselves and act in the way they act, and I try to like portray similarly as them, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And I'd have to find subtle ways to carry my stress and like to convey my stress, because I can't like show my emotions too much. I have to keep this kind of like demeanor like that detectives show. And I had to practice active listening, because a lot of the work in detective is you're looking at cases, you're hearing what people are telling, you're putting them together, so you have to actually like practice like active listening into the case. And yeah, that's it for the detective. And now for the role of a doctor, some challenges are probably like memorizing like a lot of the medical terminology that they're gonna have to have me make, and also learning how to pronounce them correctly. And yeah, it's gonna be hard, like memorizing all that. Anyways, and also understand the context and the actual weight of the scenes. Like when someone's telling me they have cancer, or not cancer, but like this disease, I had to understand the weight and the meaning behind how serious that might be. I have to understand that, and also avoid stereotypes of doctors. Make it nuanced, if you like, you know. And also, again, like with the detective, I have to hold my emotions and not release all of them. So like, even though I'm being told this sad information, I can't like be dramatic and overreact, because that's what a lot of doctors do. They suppress the emotions. Like, if do you understand me? I don't know, but like, I don't know. And also, more challenges are like, there are really intense scenarios which might drain my mental health. So I had to figure out a way to like disconnect the character from the actor, which I'll be able to do that probably, hopefully, I don't know. And then obviously to prepare, I do extensive research on like the cases and stuff like that. And I'd break down the script, I'd research all the terminology, I learn how to pronounce them. I'd probably be with like a dialect coach that's telling me how to pronounce everything and stuff like that. And also like learn from the actual doctors and stuff like that. They usually have boot camps on television shows, on the sets of television shows, like actual doctors telling you stuff like that. So I probably already know, but anyways, and actually like learn the physicality of a doctor, like how a doctor walks, how a doctor carries themselves and stuff like that. And also for my last gym, I feel like wait, is that it? I think that might be it. Is it the doctor? Wait, is it the doctor? Oh, a lawyer. See, this is not in my notes, so I'm doing this offhand. For a lawyer, I'd obviously have to learn about all of like the law. I'd have to learn more about laws and stuff like that, how they work and stuff like that. I'd also have to like learn how the courtroom works, and I already know how it works from school, but you have to like learn what your role is, the type of case. Is it a civil case? Is it a criminal case? The type of cases there are, your client. I'd analyze the script, I'd see my client, I'd see my client's past history, like all of that and stuff like that, which like understanding the context of like what is actually going on in the courtroom and everything like that, which probably helped me like actually know what to do and how to say each of my lines, and I know the context of the case and everything that's happening before that. So I like analyze the script, I'd break it down, and I try to have like a physicality of a lawyer. I try to like have movements like a lawyer would. I try to carry myself strongly, because lawyers are like confident and bold, so I try to like carry myself like that. And to prepare for it, I probably like learn from actual lawyers. Obviously, I already said I'd researched a lot of laws and stuff like that, and they would probably actually tell me it anyways. But yeah, that's probably how I prepare for it. And I think that might be it. So those are all of the ways, and oh my god, those are all of my dream roles that I would want to hopefully one day achieve. And I'm going to look back at this video to see if I achieve any of them in the future.